Morning everyone, my name is Colin Masia and this is Twitter Master. Guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Our handle is Twitter Master on YouTube. Right. Today we are going to talk about the laws of exponents. Right. Let me begin here. If you have got a big guy like this with a little guy on top, we call this big guy a base. Right. And we call the little one an exponent. An exponent. Then the whole family is called power. Okay. So now let's begin. Rule number one. What does rule number one says? Rule number one says if you are multiplying exponents of the same basis, you take, can you see the bases are the same? You take one base and then let's say it's m, this one, so that we can be able to differentiate. Then you add the exponents. You take one base because they are the same and add the two called exponents. Right, let's check for an example. If you've got x, or let me see, let me put figures. If you have got 2 raised to 1 multiplied by 2 raised to 2. Okay, the bases are the same. You take one base, then you add the 2 on top, right? Then this will give you 2 raised to 3. Then you can go on and say this means that I have to multiply the 2 tries, 2 by 2 by 2, and the answer will be 8. That's how we do it. That is the law number one. Then let's go to law number 2. Rule number 2. If you divide exponents of the same basis, what do you do with the exponents? You are going to take one base and subtract the exponents, because now we are dividing. Previously we were multiplying, now we are dividing. Into subtract the exponents. Take one base and subtract. Very easy, very simple, but you do not need to forget them. Right, let's go to an example. Sometimes this is written like this: x raised to n divided by x raised to n. This is the same as that. Okay, so you treat it the same way. You take one base and subtract the exponents. For example, if, let me write it here, if you have got 3 raised to 2 divided by 3 raised to 1. you are going to take one base and subtract the exponents, then your answer will be 3 raised to 1. Right, let's go to law number 3. Right, law number 3 says any given number raised to an exponent, if any given number raised to an exponent raised to another exponent, you should keep the base and multiply the exponents. It's gonna be m multiplied by n, and the answer is mn. Right, for example, we've got 3 raised to 2 raised to 2. What's the answer? You keep the base and multiply the exponents. Then the answer will be 3 raised to 4, which is 81. That is rule number 3. Now let's go to rule number 4. Rule number 4 says if you are multiplying 2 or more numbers raised to an exponent, raise each number to the exponent. What does this mean? For example, if we've got a, just a given value like that, you must know that it is raised to 1, even if it's 100, unless otherwise stated, it is raised to 1. Okay, so now the same applies here. We've got 1 here and 1 here. Then multiply this n inside. So we're going to say, okay, n by 1. Firstly, you keep the numbers, and then you say, okay, n by 1 is n by 1 is n. That's how we do it. Let's take an example. If I've got x, y, z, I can put 2 here, 3 here, 4 here, and then raise to 2. What do? You keep the bases x, y, z. Then you multiply to each and every exponent by that exponent. Say, okay, 2 by 2 is 4. 2 by 3 is 6. 2 by 4 is 12. That's how you do it. Right, today we're dealing with only the laws. I don't want to confuse you. We're dealing with the laws. Part 2, we're going to get deep into the activities. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time. Cheers.